Oh my god. Man. You know what? I'm not gonna jump on the hate train. I'm not gonna say this game is garbage. I'm not gonna say this game's gonna fucking flop or anything like that. But when I say when I'm going through the game, and I haven't played the complete demo, I'm gonna play more later. All I'm seeing so far is kind of a whatever story. And that's kind of depressing because it's coming from a company, from developers that made Mass Effect. Probably revolutionized storytelling. I don't know, I'm trying to gather my thoughts. The bit that I played, you know, you got to fly around in the fucking regular ass ranger suit. And let me just say, flying around is fun. With the mouse and keyboard, it kind of fucking sucks. So if it looks like I'm looking like a retard flying around, that's probably why. I switched to controller later because the way it is, like, so there's a center and you move your mouse off of the center to go in whatever direction. But to stop turning, you need to put your mouse back onto the center manually. And I'm like, why isn't that done automatically when I stop moving my mouse? Like if there should be a threshold of how far I move my mouse, and if I'm not moving anymore after like I don't know, like a third of a second or so, it should just recenter automatically. I don't. That's pretty crappy flying. So I'm just gonna play on controller until that's fixed. Graphics. This game's gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous. Like the water, the fucking landscape, like all the grass and rocks and fucking mountains and shit. Huge, vast open areas. It looks good. Looks really, really fucking good. But performance, dude, this it's trash. And I have the GPU to just fucking back it up, bro. Like, I have a 1080 Ti, i7 7700K. I've played Assassin's Creed Origins at 1440p at like 70 frames, like consistently. I've been playing Resident Evil 2 at 4K 60 max settings, or 1440p max settings at like 120ish frames. Like, I'm running new games very well. Like Battlefield 1, 1440p, well over 90 frames. Like, I don't have shitty hardware, but this fucking game can barely hold 60. And it's like, I don't see them fixing this by the time the game comes out. Like, when it's in quiet areas, like, I don't know, when I was in this fucking weird fucking cave or whatever, it was like 70 and 80 frames. So, I mean, that's fine, but like when shit starts hitting the fan and you start like fighting, it just tanks. It looks, and it sucks because every game should run above 60, especially shooters. I need that responsiveness. I need that responsiveness so I can, you know, properly aim and shit. And the frame rate is just all over the place. 40s, 50s, 60s, and it'll shoot back up to 80, and then it'll go back down to 40. It's like, it's really inconsistent. The frame pacing is really bad. And it kind of, honestly, and that right there, that by itself would make it a no buy for me. Because if I can't get a consistent frame rate, I just can't play it. I cannot deal with going from 80 frames to 40 frames like constantly throughout whatever. And I don't know, this is just poorly optimized. It's very, very unoptimized. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Like, I mean, I'm playing a lot of new games, recent games that, you know, even when I turned the settings down to medium, it still just could not hold 60 no matter what I did. I turned all the settings to medium, and like, I mean, at that point, why am I gonna turn it down any lower than medium and make the game look like shit just to get it to hold 60 frames per second? That's fucking retarded, bro. Like, that's dumb. Like, and when the screen gets busy and enemies are in your face and they're shooting at you and throwing projectiles and shit, they need to turn down the particles. They need to turn down the particle effects. They need to turn down a lot of these fucking lasers and shit, because my screen looks like a fucking 4th grader had a spasm attack with a Crayola marker, and it's just way too busy, and that's probably contributing to the performance of this game. But I mean, just graphics look great. Performance needs a lot of work. I really do not, and I think this is how it's gonna launch. I mean, we're like less than 2 weeks away. There's no way they're gonna fix this. I do not see them fixing this fucking issue. Like, this game needs to be delayed. And I know it's 2 weeks from launch, and that would break a lot of people's fucking hearts. But this needs like 6 more months. They need to polish some shit. They need to take out some of these particle effects and just really nail the performance. Because if this, I'm gonna watch for. This is why it's gonna be a no buy for me, day one at least. Because if the performance isn't there, I can't even play it. It doesn't even matter what the story is or what the combat is or how fun it is to fly and shit. If I'm getting fucking motion sickness because this game can't hold a consistent frame rate, it's not gonna be fun. I don't care how fun the gameplay is, which it is fun. Like, it's fun to fly around. It's fun to hover and shoot and throw grenades and you know, use all your abilities and ultimates. And when you start learning how to combo, you know, elemental damage and all that shit, it's really, really fun. And the combat is probably the best part. Like, combat and moving around and traversal and maneuvers, fun. Completely nailed it. I like it. And I mean, that's the best I can say. Graphics great, performance kind of fucking sucks. I love the combat. I love flying. What else? The couple missions I played so far, it sort of just feels like we fly somewhere, shoot a place up, grab something or activate something, and then huge mob of fucking enemies or a boss, and then we fly somewhere else and do the same thing. And I'm just getting, I know it doesn't play like Destiny, you know, like combat wise and shit like that, but it's pretty much, you know, that's the gameplay loop you're gonna get. That's all I'm seeing so far. I'm sure raids are, you know, will be different. I'm sure there'll be different missions, but I mean, there's only so much you can do in a game like this. And I mean, me and Phil were playing, and just the whole time we're like, this is kind of just a third-person Destiny. And I don't know, we like it. We like what it is, but it just feels too similar to what it's trying to say it's not, if that makes sense. I don't know, but I'm just gonna wait till the game comes out and see the reviews and watch other people play it, and I mean, see what kind of content it comes out with. I honestly haven't even heard that much good about the content. I heard it's just gonna be, there's only gonna be 3 dungeons or raids, whatever they're called, and the demo already has 1 of them. So, I mean, the base game doesn't sound like, I know it's not complete, obviously. They're trying to make this a 10-year game, but the base game should at least be worth your money. So it's got to be a decent length. So, I mean, I don't know about the base game or if it's finished or whatever. But in my opinion, like, this game's fun to play. It's definitely going to be fun with friends. But I really think they should delay this game, to be honest. And just, I don't know, the enemies are like disappearing as you shoot them. They still haven't fixed that shit. Yeah, enemies disappearing, acting weird, not even shooting back at you, standing still, glitching in and out. I fucking ran through like 10 boulders and fucking flew through a wall. Like, it's just, and just that in combination with the frame rate, it's just, it's not looking good. I'm not buying this day one at all. So they need to delay this game. Just make it it's just got to be playable at least, and I don't see them fixing this within a week or two. I see these issues remaining, to be honest, and it's sad because I really wanted this game to be like, you know, the next game that I play for a while with friends, because that's what Destiny 1 was, and you know, other games like that. And I never played Destiny 2 because fucking, I'm not fucking doing that shit. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Yeah, just please, EA, please. I don't know. I'm curious to see how this game will do, because this game is probably gonna decide the fate of EA. I mean, if they can't get this right, and it's just not well received, and it sucks, shit's gonna have to change. This is like AAA gaming needs to fucking step it up, bro. Like, you need to get on the levels of like God of War, Breath of the Wild, fucking games like that. Like these games that we see every now and then. It sucks that we don't get them as often, because I mean, all developers want to do is make every game a fucking free-to-play model, but charge you $60 for it. So yeah, but those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Maybe I'll stream the rest of the demo later this weekend. I don't know. All right, peace.